Hey, everybody. This is the Unbreakable podcast. Long time no see. It is Tuesday, July 22nd. Coming on to talk crap, all kinds of crap we have to talk about today. And, how about that Phillies game? Yeah, and Phillies walking off with the old adage, the old proverbial walk-off catcher's interference. How about that? I think like the first time since what, 1971 or something, 72? Walk-off catcher's interference. Phillies score a run, bottom of the 10th without a hit. With this zombie runner, whatever, ghost runner on second base, it's stupid. Even in Phillies, what? They put the run, extra bases, extra innings. Phillies didn't even have to have a hit. They had walks, they had kind of hit pitch. And then to top off the whole thing, it wasn't even a sacrifice fly. It was a catcher's interference, which if you're keeping score out there, it's an error for the catcher, the Boston catcher. He stuck his glove out there, touched the bat of Edmundo Sosa, and that's a no-no. You can't do that. And the Phillies walk it off. That wasn't on my bingo card, I have to tell you that. Right? It was not on my bingo card. But, hey, you win how you can, right? Philly's still in first place by a sliver, half of a game over there, sticking rotten New York. And, Boston has a pretty good team. I'd like to get a hold of one of those outfielders that they have where, plug them into left field. But Philly seem to have a need for an outfielder, somebody who can actually play baseball. So I'd love to get a hold of that Duran guy, the guy who led off the game yesterday, hit a home run against Zach Wheeler. He would look good. Just plug him in there, and so he's 28 years old, and plug him in, and there you go. You've got your left fielder for the next 7-8 weeks, right? That's what I think. And of course, the Phillies need some bullpen help. And the trade deadline is coming up at the end of the month. And Dave Dombrowski, our intrepid GM, or general manager, needs to get off of his keister and do something. It's one thing to get like old, broken down pitchers like David Robertson, whatever. Okay, that's okay. Doesn't cost you much money. He wasn't doing anything. What was he doing? Sitting down and watching TV? All right, bring him in. He's down at Lehigh Valley. He's got to get into shape. And he must have been sitting around eating Doritos up there. So he's down there. And, but I want some real bullpen arms before the end of the month. I want this Duran guy from, everybody's named Duran nowadays. Duran, another Duran. Guy throws 100 miles an hour. He's on Minnesota Twins. The Twins are pathetic, and they are not going anywhere. So they should trade you him. Or the equally pathetic Cleveland Guardians / Indians, whatever you would call this Amelia Clase, their closer. Go get him. While you're at it, get Stephen Quad too. Nice little left-handed hitter who can play left field, right up our alley. So, let's make some moves, Dave Dombrowski. I really am going to get pissed off if you don't make any moves by the end of the month, because right now the Phillies are in first place by the skin of their teeth, but they're not good enough to get to the World Series and win the World Series. That is the goal. Not just to win the division or make the playoffs anymore. The Phillies are way beyond that. They have to get to the World Series, win the freaking World Series. That's what they need to do. So let's make a move, Dave, huh? Let's go. Let's somebody wake him up. Somebody wake Dave up. Let's say, Dave, it's that time of the year again, buddy. It's time for you to pull the trigger and make this Phillies team better. Start earning your money there instead of sitting around all the time. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Tomorrow, back at the ballpark to see the Bo Sox, the Red Sox themselves. And that should be a good game. Got that Jesus Luzardo pitching for the Phillies against Lucas Giolito, Italian guy on the Red Sox. Tonight, Christopher Sanchez goes as we try to take the second game of the series. Meanwhile, look at me. I'm all eagled up. I got the Kelly Green old Ron Jaworski jersey on here. And I got the new school Super Bowl winning cap. In case you've been looking under the rock, the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year. And can't wait, opening night. What is it? September 4th or 5th. Thursday night football against the stinking rotten Dallas Cowboys. Eagles, everybody's watching that night. First game of the new season. The Eagles raised the championship banner to the rooftops of the lake. Everybody's just going nuts there. And it's beat the stinking Cowboys. Oh, what a way to get the season off to a flying start, huh? I can't wait. And today's the first day of training camp. Today, my friends, it all begins. The journey begins again. Eagles have the second youngest team in all football. So it's not like the Eagles sold their souls last year to get over the hump to win the Super Bowl. No, they have the second youngest team in the league. The key is injuries. Please God, please, baby Jesus, don't give us any injuries this year. Any like really significant injuries. That's a key. And you gotta stay hungry. You've got to stay hungry, Eagles. You want it as just as bad as you did last year. Because we don't want to be sitting home Super Bowl soon, like some of these other stupid teams are, sitting on the couch having party snacks. No, I want to be down there in the action, playing the I have like over a month until I give you my Super Bowl. You know what happened last year, right? If you've been following me on this fine broadcast last year, I'll even tell you the time we did. August 31st, 2024. Daddy here. Daddy made the prediction. Eagles will beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Eagles will beat the Chiefs. That was my Super Bowl prediction then. And lordy, it came through. It came to be. So, what will it be this year, huh? But I'm pretty sure it's going to be something that the Eagles get me there, right? But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still pondering this. Maybe I'll come up with the answer Friday when I'm under the knife. Yes. Friday's the day. Under the knife, laser kidney stone surgery. Surgery 1 of 2. That's right. Surgery 1 is this Friday. Still don't know the time. Going in, blasted stones. That's what we're doing. Blasted stones out of the right kidney. Once we get that done, then we're going over to the left kidney, which happens to be on the left side. That's why they call it the left kidney. Left kidney a week from Friday, August the 1st. But what better way to get your August off to a start than to be in surgery and have a laser go through your body, right? So anyway, it's been a long journey, my friends. Kidney stone, kidney stone, ay. But it's going to be worthwhile because at the end of 2 weeks, I should be feeling good. Because I got a lot of living to do, like the song goes, a lot coming up. Eagles in the fall, Phillies in the World Series, my new book coming out. I heard sometime in early November. You don't have a date yet. Sometime in early November, my friends. It's called Stronger Than Boom. And it will be able to get it on Amazon, And the logo, anybody sell 5 votes. What do you love the fun? It's the second edits. I'm done. And we just wrap it up these votes. Before we know it, probably in a month right now, we took our photos, we did. I'm just going to drive on. I'm just going to be out there. I think it's good. So here's the deal. Since it sounds like it's going to be coming out on early November, may I make a few suggestions for the Christmas list? Right, if you're a guy, don't give her a diamond Christmas. Why would she want that? I didn't really look at it. Get her a copy of the book. It's much longer lasting than very much. They like it to be over and over and over and over again. The diamond ring, she might wear it once or twice and then she'll forget it. And she'll fall in the toilet and it'll be gone. No, get her by book. Same way, ladies, ladies, if you're out there, speaking as a guy, as a macho guy myself, who's won the title of most interesting man in the world 4 years running. Get your guy, don't get him that 84-inch TV screen that he could watch the NFL on this coming season. No, get him a copy of my book so he could sit there and read it and learn something. Tell him, I want you to learn something. I don't want you to be this doofus guy all your life, sitting on the couch watching stupid football. Learn something. And may I add, for the kiddies, what's the hot toy this year? I don't know. Transformers? That was like 40 years ago. What the hell? Cabbage Patch Dolls? Instead of getting the kids the hot toy of the year, get them a copy of my book. Maybe they can't read. It doesn't mean you can't read to them. Sit down and read to the kid, okay? Make sure it's my book. Sit down and read to the kid. There might be some really big words, challenging words, but hey, what better way to learn, right? What better way? I think it's going to be the hot summer gift of, or not summer, Christmas gift of the year. I'm just saying. Anyway, yes, it is coming out soon to a PC, phone, or Kindle near you. It's coming out soon. Hey, I gotta tell you something. Over the weekend, I was a little indisposed because I went to a birthday party, which was a lot of fun. Went to the Phillies game last Saturday night when Kyle Schwarber hit that grand slam home run and Bryce Harper hit a two-run homer. What a game that was. It happened to be the only game of the whole weekend that the Phillies won over the Angels. And I happened to be there with my nephew. So wasn't able to do a show, but Sunday was National Ice Cream Day. Woohoo! One of my favorite days of the year. And so I came up with some ice cream facts. Now I need my glasses here because, when you get to be my age, 118, you do need glasses. Now, here you go. Hello there. I hope you're listening to this instead of watching this. You don't want to see the glasses. Now, here it is. 10 favorite ice cream flavors. But before I do that, I need to wet my whistle. Hang on 1 second. I need to drink. There it is, orange. It's not orange juice, though. Isn't that a weird thing? It's not orange juice. It is orange. It's not orange crush either. It's crush. It's not orange crush. It is orange water flavor. Yeah. But with me and the kidney stones, I can't really enjoy myself anymore. I gotta drink drinking water. Stop cracking. What the hell? All right. Let me take a spoon. Yeah, instead of drinking wine, I was never a big soda guy. Uh, Orange flavored water. All right, here's the deal. Ice cream. National Ice Cream Day. Last Sunday. Want to give you some ice cream facts. This is stupid. The show sucks today. Where the hell are my dogs? Dogs, where are you? Dogs, dogs. I came them for a dog. They're in the house somewhere. Look at my glasses or something. I look like Chuck Schumer there. Anyway, the dogs are here somewhere. They're probably napping across the hallway. Yeah, I need them. I need the dogs. I mean, this show's got to be entertaining somehow. And they're not here. All right. So I can entertain you. Let me read you some ice cream facts. And this might come into play. You never know. The top 10 ice cream flavors currently, as we stand. We're not talking about 80 years ago when I was a child. We're talking about right now. So let's start. Let's do like David Letterman used to do. Start with number 2. The number 10, the number 10 favorite ice cream flavor right now in the United States is peanut butter chocolate. What the hell? Peanut butter chocolate? You need a combination of peanut butter and chocolate? Or is there a specific flavor called peanut butter chocolate? Really? This new one of these newfangled Gen X, Gen Z flavors? What the hell is that? All right, number 9 is Neapolitan. And we all know that. That's the chocolate, vanilla, and the strawberry. You know what I used to do when I was a kid? Used to get you could get these Neapolitan bars. And it's like a Klondike bar kind of a thing. And you unwrap it, you get yourself 2 waffles. Get yourself 2 waffles, put them in the toaster, right? Get them nice and brown and warm. You plop one of the Neapolitan bars in between the 2 hunks of waffles, and you eat it like that. Oh my God, is that good? Is that good? Oh God. Yeah, now I've got myself hungry for an ice cream sandwich. Woo! All right, so the number 8 flavor is one that I really don't care for. No, I like all ice cream. This isn't one of my favorites, though. Butter pecan. A lot of people are out there saying, what the hell, Greg? You don't like butter pecan? What's wrong with you? No, I don't. I hate butter pecan. Let's see, hate it. But if you put a bowl of buttered pecan in front of me right now, I'd scarf it up right now. But it's not one of my favorites, okay? Number 7 is a favorite. Coffee. Coffee ice cream. Beautiful. Love it. Number 5, no, what the hell am I on? Number 6, cookie dough ice cream. Now, to me, that's another newfangled Gen X, Gen Z, millennial kind of a thing. No, I mean, back in the good old days, I find myself saying it a lot lately, back in the day. We didn't have cookie dough ice cream. We just about had ice cream. We had to walk to school 10 miles in the blizzard, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, cookie dough ice cream, that's number 6 on the list. If you like it, you like it. God bless you. All right, number 5 on the list is mint chocolate chip. One of my favorites. I love mint chocolate chip. I love it, love it, love it. It's great. And then number 4, strawberry. Strawberry. Again, one of my favorites. If you get the really good kind of strawberry, like Breyers, which is like one of my favorite brands of ice cream, you get the pieces of strawberry in the ice cream. That's what you want. Like if you get peach, you get the real pieces of cheese, but the pieces of peach in the ice cream. That's what you want. Cherry, pieces of black cherry. Strawberry, a piece of strawberry. It's like hitting the mother load. It's like, whoa, look at, and you fight over it. You say, scoot me out some of that over there near the side of the box. That's kind of what strawberries. You could have, you could have what's on the right because it looks like there's no strawberries over there. You can have that. All right, so number 4 is strawberry. Number 3, cookies and cream. Again, must I say it again? One of these newfangled ice cream flavors. Cookies and cream. Okay, if you enjoy it, have at it. Number 2. Yeah, are you gonna guess with me? What flavors haven't I mentioned yet? Rocky Road, peach, which happens to be raspberry ice cream. What haven't I mentioned? Number 2 on the list is chocolate. Yes, you might have thought it was number 1, but it's not. Chocolate is the number 2 favorite ice cream in America right now. And while at it, I'm going to do my Bernie Sanders impersonation. The best way I can do this is not talking like Bernie's pushing a bill in Congress or anything. I always imagine Bernie Sanders ordering ice cream at your local Dairy Queen or something. Here it is. You ready? I know we are. I'm not going to walk, and he does with the fingers in the hand. Okay. Chocolate, not vanilla, not strawberry, chocolate. Can you do that for me now? Chocolate. All right, so there you go, my Bernie Sanders. All right, so if chocolate is number 2, what can number 1 be, huh? The number 1 ice cream flavor right now in America, as we speak, is 27% vote for vanilla, bland vanilla, not cherry vanilla, not any kind of mixed in there, vanilla. Well, this list is very vanilla to me. It's like like bland vanilla. Actually, I love vanilla. It's got to be the pure vanilla with the vanilla beans in it. There's little black specks in there. Not bugs, the black specks of vanilla. And I love them too. That is still, you know what? This country may change. You may have different political beliefs, and you may have different things going on in time, and different races, different religions, whatever. But one thing remains consistent in our dear land. Vanilla ice cream is still the tops. Still the tops. I bet you if we went back 100 years ago, was ice cream around then? Sure it was. 1925. Think about it. My parents were only 5 years old. And I really do believe, I had to do a little research here, but I really do believe the top flavor, if you go back 1925, take the time machine back there, vanilla would have been the number 1 flavor. It's just a consistent thing. Vanilla. All right, what else do I have to kill some time? No, I do have a few things. Listen to this. Depending on where you are in the country, will depend on what your favorite flavor of ice cream is. In fact, listen to this. In the Midwest, out there in Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, the favorite flavor out there is moose traps. What is moose traps? Is that like something that the moose steps in? I had something chocolate. So moose traps. Okay. If you're on the West Coast, out in LA, maybe you're out in Portland, Oregon, or something. Seattle, Sleepless in Seattle. Rocky Road is the favorite flavor out west. Rocky Moon. If you happen to be up in the great state of Maine, I've never been to Maine, but I heard it's beautiful up there. Your favorite kind of ice cream up in Maine? Peanut butter chocolate. There's that peanut butter chocolate. Look at what the hell is that? Hey, dogs, can you come in here for a minute, please? Wake up. I want somebody to tell me what peanut butter chocolate. All right, down south. If you're down south, this makes sense. Okay. Your favorite flavor, let's say you live in Atlantic or you're down in Florida, or maybe you're in Mississippi or Alabama. I don't know. Your favorite flavor of ice cream in itself is butter pecan. That just makes sense, right? Pecan. What is the right term? You say pecan, I say pecan, tomato, cicada. Let's call the whole thing up. By the way, I was out in the duck line today, and well, the cicadas are crazy now, aren't they? I don't hear them right now. They must be all secret. But the lightning bugs, you have lightning bugs out right where you live right now? They're out where I live in Pennsylvania. And yeah, I seem to hear the cicadas now a lot too. They're out there crunching away. That's the sound of summer, though. Back when I was a kid, the sound of summer would be kids splashing around in the swimming pool, or the crack of a baseball bat, or the grill with a couple weeders right there. Now the sound of the summer are bugs, cicadas. All right, so let's see. Oh yes. If you live in the northwest, vanilla. Like if you live up in Minnesota, Montana, that vanilla is the favorite ice cream. And finally, Pennsylvania, the great state of Pennsylvania, where I happen to be born and raised. The favorite ice cream flavor in Pennsylvania is cookies and cream. Yes, cookies and cream. And these are the hot flavors right there. Pistachio is up 25%. Green tea ice cream up 24%. Now, you can't tell me that's not a new Gen Z, Gen X, newfangled flavor. Green tea ice cream? Really? Yeah. Pineapple coconut is up 37%. Obviously, a Hawaiian delicacy. And vanilla and chocolate swirl. I love vanilla chocolate. We used to call that mixed, and it's in a twisty kind of thing. That's up 19%. Brands. Oh, listen to this. The number one favorite brand is still Haagen-Dazs. Number two is Ben and Jerry's. And my favorite, Ryder's ice cream, is number 3. No, number 13. Number 13 on the list. 13. So shows how much I gotta tell you something before I leave. I've been without a phone now close to 24 hours. And I'm going up the freaking wall. Why? Because unbeknownst to me, thank God for Holly, she saw that my phone was like expanding. And I'm like, what the hell? And like yeast. Yeah, like you have yeast and the bread is sort of, yeah, the battery is about to explode. So we got it over to the store. And the guys, he ordered a new battery. Hopefully, we'll come into that. Because I'm not on the thing. I don't have a phone. What the hell? Yeah, isn't it something? We're in the year of our Lord, 2025. And when you don't have a phone with you or at your disposal, you go crazy. And me, I should know better because I grew up in the days where we had landlines, we had cords, we had phones on the wall. We had the rotary dial kind of phones. So, I should be used to not having a phone. You get so used to it, right? And it's not that you talk on your phone. How many of you actually talk on your phone? Not much, not much. You do other stuff on it. You research it, you play games on there, you're on social media on there, right? And there's a lot you do with your phone. You watch uh, movies on there. You read my book, my upcoming book. You read on there. It's so but when you don't have a phone, is that you might as well take my right arm. Take the right arm. I don't need it. I'll push with one hand, and you don't have a phone, you're lost. Right? So um, it is tough, I tell you. It's like you force yourself to do other stuff, right? Okay, instead of spending time on my phone last night, like answering emails or whatever I did late at night, okay, what am I going to do? Maybe I should sleep. Now, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should finally get a good night's sleep. Maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, but you do miss it. So I hope it comes back today. Uh, that's about it. We talked Phillies, we talked Eagles. I still think the Eagles are going to have a good year. It's going to be a tough year, my friends. No doubt about it. Eagles still have a great team. Don't get me wrong. Still have Jalen Hurts. Still have Barkley and Brown and Smith. They have a great team. But the other teams are going to be gunning for the Super Bowl champion. They always do. It may be a nothing game to us if we're playing, let's say, the Carolina Panthers. But for the Carolina Panthers, that game that they play the Eagles is their game of the year. Imagine that. If they only win 4 freaking games the whole season, if they beat the Super Bowl champs, that's a feather in the cap, right? That's what happens. And then the schedule is even tougher. I mean, the Eagles have to go to Buffalo in December. Imagine how cold it's going to be up there. Maybe they're even going to have snow up there, right? We have to go to Green Bay. It's going to be cold up there too. We have to go to Denver this year. Cold up there too. So what I'm saying is that it's not an easy schedule. It's not. So let's see what happens. You know what? It'll just be nice to have the NFL back again every Sunday, having football on, right? Just kick back, watch football all day freaking long. Drives your spouse crazy. It starts with the pregame shows in the morning. And then you got your 12:30, 1 o'clock kickoffs, and that goes into your 4 o'clock games. And then don't forget, you've got your Sunday night football too, which kind of bleeds into your Monday night football, right? And that's the way it goes. I just can't wait. As much as I love baseball and love the World Series, I can't wait to see my Phillies in the World Series again this year. I can't wait for football. I can't wait. Neither can you, huh? All right. Speaking of which, one last thing before I go. Look. You see that? There I am with 2 of the dogs. Our late friend Bud. Bud, we miss you. We love you. And our current friend, Katie Girl. See her. There she is. And there I am with my Kelly Green Eagle sweatshirt. Huh? Yeah, my hoodie. Yeah. Go birds, go. That's all I got to say. Yeah. I am my piece of that. Have a good day. Go Phillies tonight. Take another game from the Bo Sox. A lot of Boston people are down. The Red Sox, they always travel well. Got a lot of these annoying Boston people coming in. And I guess I'm going to have to deal with them tomorrow when I'm at the Boston. It's not like I want to get into any fights in the stands. I'm in a wheelchair, for God's sake. But, don't come down and try to take over the ballpark. Okay? Stay up in Fenway Park, leave alone. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. We we welcome the Boston fans to come down because when we kick your ass, well, you'll be laughing as you make your way back up the turnpike, back to Massachusetts. There you go. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'd like to do another show Thursday, T-1 day until I go under the knife. Huh? Count down with me. Maybe we'll have a party then, just in case I don't make it. Okay? Just in case that razor slips. And you know what? You can watch old reruns of me on YouTube. I've got like 550 episodes. So it's like people go back now. Did you know this? People actually do this. Bob Ross, remember Bob Ross, the artist? He had the afro, and he was a really good painter. He's there. I watched him. And the canvas, there's nothing on there. Within a half hour, 27 minutes, the guy has to paint a masterpiece, and all of a sudden you go from a blank canvas, and the guy has like a winter scene on there with the cabin and the snow and the moon and the clouds and everything there. He's got it all there. And you say, what the hell? This guy, he must be a wizard or something. He's got all this stuff. What a talented guy, huh? Thing is, poor Bob Ross is not with us anymore. He's up there in the art studio in the sky. And but people love to go watch his on YouTube or Zoom or whatever. They love to go and watch his old episodes. Not only to get some pointers how to paint, but because he has a very soothing voice. And I would talk very, very soothing. And let's put some happy clouds in there. Let's put a happy tomorrow in between. So same way with me. Right? When I'm gone, whether it be this Friday or maybe 20 years from now, go back and watch some of the old episodes when I first started this playing program. And you would say, I remember him. So anyway, yeah, think of me fondly like we think of Bob Ross. Okay, everybody, peace and love. Talk to you probably on Thursday. And everybody, take care. God bless, as Bob Ross would say. Bye-bye.